Gold, gold, gold. Australia's biggest gold rush was sparked by this Irishman, Paddy Hannon. Back on June 19, 1893, he was riding his horse here at Kalgoorlie in Western Australia. His horse lost a shoe. He leant down and found 100 ounces of alluvial gold. Today, huge quantities of gold are still being taken from here at Kalgoorlie. There's still a touch of the Wild West about the historic mining town of Kalgoorlie. Paddy Hannon's discovery unleashed a gold rush that in its heyday saw Kalgoorlie filled with cowboys, gambling and brothels. Today, Kalgoorlie is dominated by this, the Super Pit, by far Australia's largest gold mine. Trucks so big they'd dwarf a suburban house carry away 85 million tonnes of material each year, from which is extracted almost 900,000 ounces of gold. Matt Cook once worked here and now runs tours of the Super Pit. So Matt, what do you got here?
Mate, this is a bit of alluvial gold from Kalgoorlie Boulder. Mate, this is what they're mining in here. Well, not so much alluvial gold, but it's this stuff. So yeah, bit we found out recently on our metal detecting tours. So,
how much do you reckon that's worth?
Oh, mate, in today's prices, what's going up and up, we're probably looking at about $2,500 just sitting there in our hands. So it doesn't take long.
So there's money still to be made in gold,
mate. It's this sort of mining, or else you can go out and have a bit of fun on the weekends too. Yeah.
And they're pulling it out still here in Kalgoorlie by the truckload.
By the truckloads, mate. You guys can see yourself. It's coming out at about 800,000 ounces of gold a year out of this mine still. Yep.
This is huge. Paddy Hannon would be shaking his head and turning and rolling and smiling in his grave.
Yeah, old Paddy, mate, and all the old boys that did the work out here over the years, if they could see what was happening now, mate, they'd be shaking their heads, all right, because they did some hard work back in those times.
Now, normally in a gold field, you'd have a gold rush, you'd extract the gold fields would be depleted and that'd be it, but not so for Kalgoorlie.
Kalgoorlie Boulder is a funny place. It's sustained its gold over a long period because of the ore body type it's here. It's sort of been to start with, they're looking for alluvial gold, which is this type, and then they found the underground, a high grade ore. They were chasing with some pretty old styles of mining, and these days they've got the huge open pit mine which allows them to take out masses and masses of dirt every day.
All that gold in the ground, you're pulling the gold out. Why wouldn't the miners be slipping in their back pocket?
Right, there's some old stories. These guys here would never risk it, but definitely the old boys. There's stories of the old mine shafts going up behind the pub bars, and they used to pop up there with some gold and slip it for a bit of gold, for a bit of a beer, but no longer these days. The atmosphere's changed a lot and everyone works towards, they get paid well enough. So it's an amazing place to come and visit because it's, you get your own sort of point of view as to what's going on, and the amount of life in this mine at this stage is a bit unknown. They definitely have permits coming up to the next 10 years, and after that point, I'm not really sure at this stage, but the gold goes down a lot deeper than the mine is at the moment, so hopefully it'll be here for a long time to come.
Today, gold is still the magic mineral that keeps Kalgoorlie alive. This remote historic town is home to almost 30,000 people, many of them wonderful characters, like the owner of this house, Sharon Colgate. In the City of Gold, Shaz, as she prefers to be called, has a heart of gold. Shaz takes orphaned wildlife into her own home, the furry, the feathered, the scaly. Looking after, caring and rehabilitating wildlife is your love?
Oh, for sure. My parents used to do it, and out of the 4 kids, it rubbed off on me, and I'm the only one who's sort of continued and kept going. No, it's not every day you get an emu or a wedgetail or a raptor of any sort, bats in particular. I just like the unusual.
And who we got here in the kitchen?
This is Axel and Rose, as in Axel Rose, Guns N' Roses type thing.
So a couple of snakes in the kitchen. You've got a bat down here, you're telling me?
Yes, this is Fat Bat, and he was hit by a car about 5 weeks ago. Doing very, very well.
Because they call you the Bat Lady.
They do.
Because you like bats.
I love bats. Bats are the best things I've ever had to deal with.
How do you come upon a bat like this?
He was brought in by a lady whose husband hit him with the car. He actually thought it wasn't a bat at the time, he thought it was a bird, and found him still attached to the floodlight of the car. But he had a couple of broken fingers, which we class on the wing is the main bones throughout the wing. So we call them fingers. So he had a broken 3rd and 4th finger, and he's got a small tear in his right wing, which will heal up in time.
So once that's healed,
he'll go back to the
wild.
wild.
He'll be released.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll teach him how to fly again, which isn't really that hard. You sort of just hold them and they put their wings out, and yeah, they're just different. Just love them.
Another wing creature that Shaz loves and cares for is this ever so cute boobook owl.
This is Marble. She's a boobook owl and she was hit by a truck about 6 months ago. Her wing was amputated and she had no chance of survival if we didn't. But she's become a permanent member of our household now and yeah, we love her to bits.
These boobook owls have this wonderful, wonderful set of eyes, don't they?
They do. They can spot their prey for miles. But yeah, it takes a lot of time and trust to, you know, you've really got to get the trust first if you're working with any raptor or meat-eater bird. But as you can see, she's sort of adapted to me and yeah, we love having her here.
While Marble, the boobook owl, lives indoors, another of Shaz's favourites is kept outdoors.
He came to us when he was about probably a week old. His dad was hit by a truck and wiped out the rest of his family because the male emu actually raises the chicks. So me, being the big softie that I am, I took him in and we've had him ever since. He loves the attention of people and things like that, and yeah, he's going to be one of my hard ones to part with, I think, but he will go and be released and grow up to do what he's got to do. It's kept me pretty busy. You know, this year's been very quiet, which is a good thing, but yeah, I wouldn't give it up, ever. I love the fact that I can help an animal rehabilitate it to where it comes from, and I know I've done my little bit for them. There we go. Oh dear.
When next we travel Oz, the corroboree family of outback Australia, collecting honey ants and performing in public, all in a day's work. The two Tims take us back to the Daintree rainforest, exploring the valleys west of the Blue Mountains by horseback and boat, and the musical maestros of Apollo Bay. And that is this episode of Travel Oz. I'm Greg Grainger.
And we're the two Tims. Happy travels!
Travel Oz!